Hi everyone, welcome back to Decorate Your Table with Brenda. Today we're going to do a magical, elegant winter Christmas table, and I'm going to show you how to make these pretty little snow globes. So let's get started. Okay, so let's start our table. So we're going to start by layering on our nice white tablecloth and our runner, and this is like a faux fur, but it really adds some texture to the table. These are actually some beautiful Waterford crystal glasses, and they belong to my parents, but my parents passed on. So I wanted to use them because I love the sparkle in them. One by itself is just a little bit too short, so I thought if I put one upside down and set it on top, it gives it just the right height. Because I was a little worried about it falling over and losing the water everywhere, I used a little bit of this Mac tack. You just put a little piece in the center, and it's just enough to hold the two glasses together. I didn't want to use candles inside my glasses because I didn't want to get wax all over them. So I put a little bit of water and I put some floating candles into them, and that way I don't have to worry about wax buildup. So we'll start with those. Okay. And then we're going to start layering in some sparkle. So I've got these really pretty sparkly leaves. I wanted everything very pale. And glitzy. Now this is the part my husband hates because he hates glitter. Then I've got these beautiful leaves. I cut them short because I didn't want to put them underneath the glass. So we'll just start layering them on top. Then I start layering in some other branches. For this I used small picks. I didn't use big large picks. These are some, they've all got a little amount of sparkle. And you just keep layering them on and adding them up. And it just builds up and builds up. You keep layering and adding. These are all just little picks that I've had through the years that you can pick up at any of the dollar stores. I had these glittery picks, so I'm going to add one in each area. They really work well here, but they just fit in. I've used these little picks before. I got them on Amazon. They're little crystal picks and they're really, really pretty. So I just add those in. Then we're going to add in some pine cones. I bought these ones at the dollar store and they've got just a little hint of glitter on them, so it's almost like a little bit of frost. But they really help finish off the look. And then I've got these little white glittery berries, and you just kind of pop them in here and there. So for my centerpiece, I wanted to use my acrylic deers, a little stag and doe. I thought they were really cute. So I want them elevated up from the table a little bit. So I'm going to use a cake stand. I'm just going to place that in the center. Then I've got a nice crystal dish. So I'm going to use this. And what I'm going to do, I want it lit. So I've got some of these little battery operated lights, and they're on a wire, so they're very thin. Turn them on so that you can see them. So we have our lights. So to help hide the battery pack, I have this snow, and I'm going to kind of put it on and sprinkle it around the dish. Okay, I'm not putting a lot on because I have these acrylic rocks. My sister-in-law Marie found these at a second-hand store, and she's always picking me up little things that she thinks I can use for decorating, which is very nice of her. So we're going to use those. We're going to put them on. The light will just kind of bounce off them, and set our reindeer in there, just so we know where they are. And then we're going to lift this up into the center. And there we have. Yes. If you wanted, you could put a few of your little acrylic stones around, and they would just add that extra little bit of sparkle. Okay. And then we're ready to set our table. I used a silver charger and then plates with silver and white and silver because I thought it finished it off. And then as a little giveaway present to my aunt and uncle for coming to dinner, I made some little snow globes, so let me show you how I made those. So I bought these at Dollar Tree. They're little snow globes. So you take them apart. I bought some little foam snowflakes, and the reason I'm going to use this is to kind of push my flower up a little bit so it's not too buried. So a little bit of hot glue in the bottom. Then I take I'm using a little rose. I make kind of like a little corsage. So you start by gluing your little pieces together so that it looks pretty. Try not to burn your fingers. Then we put it into our little sponge, like this. Just hold it for a second to make sure it's in there. I use this snowflake stuff just to put a little bit around the bottom. It adds a little bit more sparkle to them. Okay. Then we put it inside our glass, twist it down. To finish it off, I used a little bit of garland, just a little bit of sprinkle garland. We just put it round, glue it in place. And then, because I'm going to use them as place settings and little take-home gifts, I bought some little tags, just wrote the names on them. Doesn't want to tie. There we go. And that's our little snow globes. So here we have our finished table with our candles all lit. I find it's a very elegant table. It's pretty simple, but it's a very pretty look. Hit the subscribe and like button, and join me next week. We're going to do a traditional Christmas table.